mentioned Shimmer within your backstory there for a little bit, and to the best of my knowledge, you've worked essentially, I guess, what most fans consider the big three as far as women's wrestling is concerned: Shimmer, WSU, and Shine. Are there any distinct differences between these three companies? If there are, can you elaborate on them? I mean, other than location, of course, but, you know.
Well, yeah, you can't have companies like that running next door to each other. They'll run each other out of business. I think that there's a lot of differences between the three companies. Obviously, location is the biggest one. And the second one is the time frame in which they run. You know, Shine runs pretty much every single month, and then WSU runs about 6 times a year, maybe a little bit more. It's usually every other month now. And then, you know, you have the Shimmer, that runs 2 to 3 times a year, including the WrestleMania show. So, I mean, that's probably the second biggest one. But then I think the difference between the companies even goes further. And, like, I've used this analogy before. It's like comparing apples and oranges and bananas. Okay, yes, they're all fruits. Yes, it's all women's wrestling. But they have a different style for every person. Like WSU, you know, it's more of the hardcore stuff. Although all three companies do a little bit hardcore, WSU is a little bit more towards that, especially being the sister company of CCW. And then you have Shine, which because it runs every month, you have a lot of storyline things going on. You can develop characters a lot better and storylines much better when people are able to follow it every 3 to 4 weeks instead of every 2 to 3 months or every 6 months. So, and then Shimmer is more, you're going to come in, you're going to prove, you know, and, you know, it's Shimmer wrestling, yes, but it's a lot of times it's Shimmer women's athletes. It's showing, you know, the talent that you have in the ring, not just storyline, not just hardcore. Of course, there's those things included, but it's focusing more on just the sport of women's wrestling than the actual storyline and characters, although that helps, obviously, develop you much better with the crowd.
Okay. Now, that is probably the most concise description of those I've ever heard.
Well, like I said, it's like, you know, bananas, oranges, and apples. They're all fruits. It's all women's wrestling, but each has something else different to offer to different fans. Like, I know there's fans who love Shine but hate Shimmer and WSU. I know there's ones that love WSU and hate Shimmer and Shine because it's not what they're looking for when it comes to women's wrestling. So, yeah.